The other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit was expression and the interior monologue. What these two say versus what they do. And talk about the opposites again. These two think one thing and say another. Think one thing and say another. And it's huge. Was that a deliberate decision on your point?
I don't think I ever said explicitly to myself that's, what I'm going to do with them. Martin, Lord Preston, has always had a very rich interior overthinking. And I think he always feels there are very few people that he feels he can be completely open with because he always feels a responsibility for the people around him. And so I think part of what he finds with Martha is an ability to be open with her, even when he didn't mean to be. And that's one of the magical parts of their relationship. But he is very out of tune with his emotions and what he's allowed
Anger
to do.
management issues too, but
Yeah. So, yeah, but with him, I think I wanted to explore letting him be a person who does good things, but is a very imperfect human. And then with Martha, I think again, there's certain element of she's protecting herself because she's been living in this scandal for a long time. And then she's protecting herself because she doesn't think she can ask for what she wants. And so she has to kind of she's tempering what she says. But I also feel that Martha, I really didn't want there to be a lot of like, I'm afraid to say how I'm feeling in this book because they are older people who have been in long relationships and have learned how to do that before. And so Martha in particular stands up when
yeah.
she really feels something strongly, but she kind of has to get to the point where she feels that it's worth saying, and then she says her piece and she kind of accepts the consequences.
It's one of the things I most liked about her is that she is the one who can more readily address and accept. Martin just the man is hopeless. I mean, he is so bad at this. And she is much more in touch with that interiority and able to bring it out, whereas he tends to have a very strict division, and it ties back into the this is the role I have, this is what I'm supposed to be. And that challenge is one that he has to confront over the course of the book. So there's that being woven in addition to the struggles with his children and maintaining the community and doing what he can with that. And that acknowledgement of that difference. For instance, one of the things I really liked was showing Martin's relationship to the Chows, Eddie's parents, and the people who really sort of made Northfield, right? They're the ones who started it out. And it's a very subtle thing in the book, but it's illustrating how he evolves in his treatment and relationship to them. I do wonder if she officially retired. I just got to say. Um,
I
you
forgot
know,
to tie up
we
that
that
end.
needed, yeah, we needed that changeover. But it's an interesting contrast to be able to use that. If you've got Mr. Mulvey as one example of the opportunity that the ship kind of sails versus the opportunity that he can address. It's a subtle thing, but it's very, very important in showing his evolution versus the more overt ones like his children and Martha, etc.